This is a Star News Brief. I'm African Njogu. President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday savored the Madaraka Day celebrations to blast the judiciary over what he termed as irresponsible decisions that have negated the people's will and powers. In what could erode the already sour relationship between the judiciary and the executive, Uhuru said the recent judgment by the latter have bent the people's will, diminished their powers and stiffed efforts to fix ills that have bedeviled the country. Speaking during the 58th Madaraka Day celebrations at Jomo Kenyatta Stadium in Kisumu on Tuesday, Uhuru said the judiciary has not considered the spirit of the law, thus making decisions whose impacts are dire.
From the nullification of a presidential election in 2017 to an attempt to stop the will of the people as expressed through the BBI, the judiciary has indeed tested our constitutional limits.
Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#. President Uhuru Kenyatta has for the first time given the clearest indication yet that he may back ODM leader Raila Odinga in the high-stakes 2022 elections. The president, who was addressing the 58th Madaraka Day at the newly built Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Kisumu, said he will work with the opposition chief going forward to realize a prosperous Kenya. Uhuru, who had earlier defied protocol to invite Raila to address after Deputy President William Ruto, declared that he will work with the opposition chief whatever the future holds. This is the first time the president has come close to speaking about his future plans with the opposition chief. Uhuru's veiled endorsements come a day after the opposition leader told his Nyanza backyard that the 2022 presidential election is a big game hunt for Nyanza, predicting they won't come back empty-handed. Deputy President William Ruto on Tuesday said existing institutions should be safeguarded as a way of promoting the freedom that independence crusaders fought for. Ruto called for constitutionalism and upholding the independence of institutions. He spoke during Madaraka Day celebrations at Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Kisumu. In what appeared to be defending the judiciary over its ruling on the BBI-driven constitutional reforms, he said there's a need for a robust democracy. Ruto said democracy should be anchored to principles and national values. Ruto noted that Kenyans deserve a nation built not on a foundation of ethnicism, but on institutions, robust legislation, a performing executive, and an independent judiciary.
A nation anchored not on personalities, but on constitutionalism. A nation built not on the foundation of tribes or ethnicities, but built on the foundation of institutions, a robust legislature, a performing executive, an independent judiciary.
An anti-tobacco lobby group wants the government to raise the minimum legal sale age for tobacco products from 18 years to 21 years. African Center for Corrective and Preventive Action said most young adults are exposed to smoking when they're not fully aware of its dangers. Executive Director John Masharia said while thousands die from tobacco-related illnesses each year, more explorative youths continue to be initiated into smoking. This is further worsened by high nicotine addiction levels that condemn users to lifelong dependency on the products. The organization wants the government to strictly enforce laws controlling the usage of tobacco products, especially smoking, in the country. Auditor General Nancy Gathongo has called out the National Treasury for breaching the Constitution, citing the slow disbursement of Equalization Fund. The auditor warned that the 14 beneficiary counties may not get the full allocation within the 20 years of the fund's lifetime. Gathongo said there was a problem considering that only 30% of the fund has been disbursed for the past 7 years since the inception of the fund. The beneficiary counties are entitled to 32.6 billion shillings so far, but Treasury has only disbursed 12.4 billion shillings as of June 2019. The auditors said the breach followed that the National Treasury had not remitted the remaining balance of 20.2 billion shillings to the fund as of 30th June 2019. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550*3#.